YouTube. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for being here with me. Hope your day is going well. I know mine is. Got a few topics I want to bring up to you today. Want to see if you know about them, if you're aware of them, and what you think of it. But like I told you, or some of you may already know, I live in California, right? California trying to push a new bill called AB 1333, I think it is. Trying to state that if someone breaks into your home and you happen to knock them off, if you know what I mean, California is trying to put 187 charges on you, the homeowner. You tell me how that makes sense. Somebody comes into your house and wants to do whatever they want to do to you and your family members and or your home, and you can't defend yourself. There has to be guidelines that need to be met prior to defending yourself. I've seen California do some crazy things, but now they're getting out of hand now. They're really getting out of hand. Your home is your castle. That should be your safety zone. You should feel safe and comfortable in your own home at all times. That's why there's a thing called castle doctrine, where you don't have the duty to retreat if somebody wants to come into your residence, your dwelling. But now they're trying to pass a new law, an amendment to the castle doctrine. You can't defend your loved ones or yourself, or else they put charges on you if the intruder gets hurt, if the intruder is no longer alive due to his actions or her actions. They want to put charges on you, the homeowner. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy talk right there. Every time we turn around, there's something new over here. It's something new. Every time you turn around. But I tell you what, I'm going to always stay prepared. 100% of the time. So you can try to come in my home all you like. I'm not going to stop and read the law books first to see what I'm capable of doing. So I just thought you should be aware of that, fellow Californians, if you happen to be out here where I'm at. But if you're elsewhere, you might be safe for a little while. But you all know, California likes to be a trendsetter. They like to start things and other states like to follow. So stay on top of that wherever you live. Be aware of those things. Be aware of new laws. It's crazy. We're living in crazy times now. It's almost like lawmakers are looking out for the criminals and for the lawbreakers. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But I'll tell you something else they're doing too. They're talking about eliminating CARB rules. CARB, C-A-R-B, California Air Resource Board. They're discussing eliminating that altogether, which is good news, especially if you're a car enthusiast. What that means is they'll get rid of all the small obligations that needs to take place on all these vehicles, old cars and or new cars. No longer needing to pass the smog to get registration on your vehicle. That's good news in my book. Because those fees get out of hand in most cases. California makes you jump through all sorts of hoops just to get your vehicle to pass smog. If you got any type of check engine light on prior to smog, you ain't passing, buddy. Do not pass go. It's tough out here. It's gonna make it a little harder for mechanic shops to make a buck. There's less cars that's gonna be needing to come in to get certain items fixed in order to pass smog. It's got the pros and the cons. But it's tough. It's tough having a lifestyle out here. Certain things are almost impossible to live with. Because you got to remember, when you're dealing with the Air Resource Board, they affect a lot of aspects of the automobile industry. You got to realize these new car dealerships, or new car automakers, should I say, they have to make cars for 49 other states. Then they have to make a car that meets California guidelines. That's right. Not only with the automakers, this takes place with the fuel makers. The refineries that make gasoline and diesel, they make large batches of diesel and gasoline for 49 other states. Guess what? When they're done doing that, they have to completely clean out their vats. They have to completely drain their whole system, start a new batch of fuel and or diesel specifically for California and our pipelines, so that our vehicles can operate on California approved diesel and or gas. Why do you think the cost is always double other states? But in case you weren't aware, like I said, just bringing it to your attention, they're working on passing a bill that's going to eliminate the CARB program. I think that's a win-win, personally. Another thing, I always tell you to get your investments in on something. And every so often I mention crypto to you. Cryptocurrency, to be specific. Again, I don't know if you've heard, but our president is in the works, or having plans to put into works, a crypto reserve. Which means that the nation's resources will be buying cryptocurrencies. The nation will be buying cryptocurrencies. Shouldn't you? Those currencies that's going to be purchased will be Bitcoin, Solana, Cardano, XRP, and what's the other one? Ethereum. How can I forget that one? That's number 2. So that's just a sneak preview into the different type of cryptocurrencies you might want to look into purchasing. And like I told you before, I know the cryptocurrency market can be tricky. Especially if you want to be a trader. You want to buy, sell, and you're constantly keeping an eye on the market. That can take a lot out of a person. But my suggestion to you is just the sheer fact of purchasing certain cryptos. Possibly starting with the 5 the United States are going to be purchasing. Remember, the president said the United States will be the cryptocurrency capital of the world. That's a bold statement. That's a very bold statement. It's not too late to get involved. It's not too late to purchase one or a few of the main currencies and simply hold. Buy and hold. Treat it as a investment in your portfolio. The same as your stocks and bonds. The same as your 401k. Nothing different. Buy whatever you can afford. A certain amount. Or make a recurring buy, where you make purchases weekly, whenever you're paid. Purchase small amounts on a regular routine, on a regular schedule. At least you know you're investing into what the country is investing into. Like I said, crypto capital of the world. That says a whole lot if you're paying attention. Like I told you, certain eras or certain generations had their moments in time where they were able to make money, large sums of money, if only they paid attention. If only they were privy enough to hear about certain things within the economy. Back in the day, it was a .com, I told you before. Then it was Apple computers. And then it was the tech industry. And so on and so forth. Today, it's cryptocurrency. Our entire financial system is being revamped right before our very eyes. The vast majority of the citizens here have no clue. They say only 9% of all the people in the world know what cryptocurrency even is, let alone have heard about it. So I suggest you look into it. Talk to someone that you may know that is familiar with it. It's not about making a quick buck, becoming rich overnight, although that's a possibility. But you got to think long term. And I'm not talking 20 years. This stuff moves quickly. Moves up quickly, moves down quickly, just the same. But if you're not in it just to get out of it, then there's really not too much risk that's involved. Especially if you're buying and holding. If you're investing in anything, you should at least invest in crypto. To some degree, to some level. Just my personal suggestion to you. And lastly, when I started presenting my lotto scratches to you and having you join me on board with that, I still haven't played again since the last go round. But what I thought was funny is I had mentioned that when I hit, what did I say I was gonna buy? Come on, if you rock with me, you know what I said I was gonna buy as soon as I hit. If you think you know what it is, type it in the comments. That shows some participation here. Give you one more second. What did I say that I was gonna buy first thing when I hit 15 million off those scratchers? All right, I know you're not gonna remember. A baby giraffe. You remember now? You remember now, baby giraffe? You know why I bring that up again? Because guess what? In the city of Sacramento, California, at the local zoo up there, they just welcomed a new edition of what? A baby giraffe. Believe it or not. Look it up. Look it up. They just had a brand new baby giraffe over at the Sacramento Zoo. That's got to be a sign, right? How many times have you heard of a baby giraffe being born at a zoo? Until I brought it up. Think about it. It's a sign. It's meant to be. It is meant to be. I will have my baby giraffe. Don't ask me where I'm going to keep it at. I'll worry about that later on. Like a lot of things in life. We all want a lot of things, but we'll figure out the details later on. But come on now. I mentioned baby giraffe. A few weeks later, a baby giraffe is being born. Come on now. Come on now. Who knows? It can happen. It can happen. I just thought that was pretty funny to pop up in the news all of a sudden like that. But anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys some tidbits of information that's going on out there. See what you think about it. Like I said, it's just a little quick conversation. We don't go deep into politics over here. That's not what we all about over here. Remember, we peanuts, not politics. Make sure you get your workout on. Make sure you get your exercise on. I gotta remind you. I gotta be the one to remind you. If I'm here for nothing else, it's to remind you to get your heart in shape. Get your body in shape. Get your mind in shape. You gotta want to do it though. That's the key. You have to want to do it. And we can do it together. Because my little workout plan is working out for me so far. I've been hitting it for a week straight. I think I skipped Sunday. But my excuse was I called it a break day. Called it my break. Gotta have a break, right? You don't want to overdo it or overexert yourself either. So I don't care if you can do 10 push-ups on your knees. Knock out 10 push-ups consistently every day. If all you can do is squats, squat down daily. As long as you break somewhat of a small sweat, as long as your heart is pumping. That's the key. Your heart is a muscle. You got to keep that going. The rest of your body ain't gonna make it if your heart gives out. You don't have to exercise to get big and buff. You want to keep that heart pumping. That heart is vital, very vital to you. I don't need to tell you that. But remember, it's a muscle. You got to work it. You got to keep it working. It's a muscle. It's like your brain is a muscle. You want to mentally stimulate that all the time. Don't stay dormant, playing video games or not learning something every day. So you too, thank you for sharing your time with me once again. Don't forget to hit that like if you can. And remember, always protect yourself. Always protect your family. Because they're not going to do it for you. And they don't want you to do it either. So what you gonna do? Remember, over here, we keep it all the way peanut. Peace out.